Good morning and welcome to Yoga with Alchemy live from the Greater Grand Rapids YMCA. We will begin today in downward facing dog. So bringing the palms and the feet to the mat, hips high into the air. Begin to slowly lengthen the inhales and exhales. Maybe pedal the feet, pressing the one heel toward the mat and then the other. Maybe closing the eyes if that feels good. Since I've already forgotten because I was so excited to start in downward facing dog today, this is a musicless class. Forgive me, my apologies for not telling you sooner. So if you would like to take a moment to step out of downward dog and find your own music, by all means do so. And if you've stepped out of downward dog to turn on some tunes, meet us in upward facing dog. So we're going to move into our plank position as we exhale, bending through the elbow to lower down. Inhale, extend through the elbows, lift the chin, lift the chest. Upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog once again. And on your next exhale, bend the knees, look toward the palms, and walk, step, or hop forward. Coming into our forward folds, you may bend the knees a little here if you need a little more space, or you may keep them straight. Grasp the elbows, hang the head heavy. And check in, connect with that breath, lengthening the inhales, lengthening the exhales. Gently and slowly shaking the head no. And slowly shaking the head yes. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, and step back into your downward facing dog. And because yoga is all about you, if at any moment you need to come out of a posture, bringing the knees down perhaps in downward facing dog, taking a deep breath. And then coming right back into the posture, that is completely okay. Yoga is about doing what you need, what your body needs, tuning in, listening to yourself. And who's gonna know? Me? I can't see anything. I'm not wearing my glasses right now. Exhale, bend the knees, look toward the palms, and walk, step, or hop forward. Coming back into our forward folds. Either grasping the elbows, or just letting the fingers hang. Or placing the palms on the mat, whatever you have space for this morning. On your next exhale, straighten the left leg, but bend the right knee. We're staying in this forward fold. And it's all right if you're up a little higher and your palms simply come to the thighs. That's okay. Let the head rest. Let it hang heavy. Or maybe if you have a little more space, the palms come to the shins, ankles, or to the mat. Relaxing the head down. Left leg is straight, right knee is bent. Inhale, straighten the right knee and bend the left knee. Trying to keep the weight forward toward the ball of the foot. And inhale, straighten the left knee. Exhale, bend both knees, plant the palms, step, hop. Or however you get back to the top of your plank. From here, lowering down, knees, chest, chin, inhale, extending through the elbows, push the mat away, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, up and back, downward facing dog once again. Exhale, bend the knees, bring them down to the mat, coming to all fours. We'll take a few cat-cows. So you may keep the toes tucked here, or if you wish, you may come down to the tops of the feet. Your choice. And so as we inhale for cow, dropping the belly, lifting the chin, and lifting the hips, arching the back. Exhale, tucking the hips, tuck the chin, and round the spine, pushing your mat away from you. For cats, like a scaredy cat for Halloween. So in your own time, with your own breath, as you inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chin, lift the hips for cow. And as you exhale, push the mat away, tuck the chin, and round the spine for that scaredy cat. Opening the chest, lift the chin for cow. Exhale, pushing all of that air out. Push the mat away for cat. Again, taking your time here. And coming back to a neutral spine on your next inhale. Bringing the palms off of the mat so that we are kneeling. Hands come to the lower back, fingertips pointing down, or you may wrap the thumbs around the backs of the hips, fingers coming toward the front. And as we inhale, we'll push our hips forward and arch the back. So we're lifting the chin and keeping space at the back of the neck, keeping the neck long. So as we inhale, pushing the hips forward, lift the chin, opening it up toward the ceiling. So if this is where you are, that's okay. If you have a little more space, pushing the hips a little further, arching the back a little deeper. Inhale, coming up. And as we exhale, pushing the hips forward, arching the back once again. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, pushing the hips forward. And if you have a little more space, you may draw your fingertips down toward your ankles, one hand at a time. Both hands if you have the space. Pushing the hips forward, opening the shoulders. Coming into camel. Again, you can always come out of a posture and then sink back into it. Or you may come out of a posture and choose a different variation. So breathing into those tight spaces. And as we exhale, coming up, sinking our hips toward our heels and walking our palms away from us, coming into child's pose, relaxing the lower back. Inhale, come up so that you are sitting on your heels, dropping over toward your left hip, swinging the legs around, lowering your upper body onto the mat, keeping the soles of the feet onto the mat, knees into the air. Bringing your palms down to either side of your hips, palms facing down. Bring the feet in toward your bottom. Soles planted firmly as we inhale, lifting our hips up and off the mat. Coming up toward the shoulders. So no matter where you are in space, whether you're off the mat just a little, or maybe you're really pushing the hips high into the air, wherever you are is fine. Connect with that breath. Lengthen those inhales, lengthen the exhales. Our breath helps us find stability in these postures. Try not to turn the neck left or right. As you exhale, rolling down the spine one vertebra at a time. Slowly lowering the hips down to the mat last. Taking a breath here. As we inhale, pushing again, hips lifting up and off the mat, pushing into the mat with the heels, with the feet. And exhale, lowering down. So if you have the space, you may also take bridge posture here. So I'm gonna scoot down just a bit so my hands come onto my mat. So if you would like to take full wheel here, you'll bring your palms down to the mat, fingertips facing your toes. And you'll inhale up. As you exhale down, you'll tuck your chin to your chest to come back down. So if you have the space, palms planted by the shoulders, fingertips facing the toes. Again, you may stay here and just lift the hips. So choosing your variation. As we inhale, lifting up. If you need a little more space and you are here in wheel, you may lift the heels up and off the mat. And as we exhale, tucking the chin and slowly lowering ourselves back down to our mat and rolling down the spine one vertebra at a time, hugging the knees into the chest. Maybe rolling the wrists around if you took wheel pose. And as we inhale, we'll rock ourselves up. I will cheat because I have a mic on my back. Extending our legs out in front of us, toes pointed up toward the, or toes pulling up toward the ceiling rather for a flexed foot. Inhale, sweeping the palms up. As we exhale, folding forward. So this is sort of a lazy forward fold, just to release our low back. Relax the head. Inhale, rolling up so that we're sitting up nice and tall. Cross the ankles, bring your palms forward so that we rock ourselves back into our downward facing dog. Relaxing the ears by the shoulders. As we exhale, lowering our knees back down to our mat once again. Now you have a few options for our next posture. You may send the hips back to the heels, coming into child's pose, forehead coming down to the mat. Or if you stay outdoors, you may come down to your forearms, hips lifted into the air. You may stay here. Or if you have more space, you may begin to come down to the chest and the chin, reaching forward. You may need to adjust. I don't know if I'm going to hit my mic here. You may need to adjust by pushing your knees back a bit, but we're coming into puppy posture. So hopefully I don't crush my mic. I think I crushed it a little bit, sorry. So I'll just come here. And inhale, walking the palms back up to center, coming up to, coming up to all fours. Inhale, lift, or tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back behind you, downward facing dog. Exhale, bend the knees, look toward the palms, walk, step, or hop forward. We'll take our standing forward folds. Relax the head, relax the neck. And inhale, bend the knees and roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Bringing the palms to the low back, fingertips facing down, or again, wrapping the thumbs toward the back of the hips, fingertips toward the front. Inhale, standing up nice and tall. As we exhale, pushing the hips forward and arching the back, looking up toward the ceiling. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, pushing the hips forward, arching back, looking up toward the ceiling. If you have a little more space, you may release the hands on this next turn. So inhale, coming up. If you have more space, releasing the hands from the hips. As we exhale, lifting the palms up, pushing the hips forward, arching the back, looking toward the hands. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, everyone coming to your forward folds. Inhale, bend the knees and roll up through the spine. Moving through that, arching the back one last time. So again, choosing to place the hands onto the hips or extending the arms behind you or up. So as we exhale, pushing the hips forward, choosing your variation. Lifting the arms up or keeping them on the hips. Coming up, exhale, folding forward. Bend the knees, plant the hands, walk, step, or hop back into your downward facing dog. Exhale, flatten out to the top of your plank and lower down. Inhale, lifting up to that upward facing dog. Exhale, pushing the hips toward the heels for child's pose. Knees together, or you may draw the knees as wide as your mat, reaching forward, drawing the center of the eyebrows down to the mat. On your next exhale, walking the palms over toward the right side. Inhale back through center, walking the palms over to the left this time. Connecting with those long inhales, long exhales. Inhale, coming back to center. Drawing ourselves up to all fours. Hips coming down to the heels, dropping onto your left hip, swinging the legs round, or however you get to sitting up, nice and tall, legs extended. Inhale, sweeping the palms up as we exhale, folding forward. Reaching toward the thighs, shins, ankles, toes, the bottom of the feet, or simply your mat. Inhale, coming up. If your ankles are not already toward the bottom of your mat, simply walk yourself forward on your hips. And as we inhale, lifting the arms out from the shoulders like a zombie. Exhale, rolling down the spine, nice and slow. Take your time. Coming all the way onto the back as we inhale, drawing the right knee into the chest, keeping the left leg extended. Exhale, release the right leg down to the mat, drawing the left knee this time up and into the chest. And release the left leg down to the mat. We will move into Shavasana, our longest held pose. If Shavasana is not within your wheelhouse today, you may simply draw the soles of the feet onto the mat, knees together. You may draw the soles of the feet together, knees wide and out to the side. You may sit and meditate or choose some other posture that suits you best today. And when you are ready, closing the eyes. We will relax the feet, relax the ankles. Relax the calves. Relax the hips. Relax the lower back. Relax the palms, relax the fingertips. Slowly relax the breath. Relax the chest. Maybe swallow to relax the throat. Relax the jaw. Relax the forehead. Relax the whole body, heavy into the mat. Slowly come back into your body by wiggling your fingers, wiggling the toes. Slowly and gently shaking the head no. And when you're ready, rolling over onto your left side, maybe resting your head on your hands. And keeping the eyes closed, bring your top palm onto the mat in front of your chest. Extend your top leg and push yourself up into a seated position. Bring the palms together at heart center. Rub them together to create prana or energy. And place them over the heart. Thank yourself for stepping onto your mat today and taking some time to connect inward, connect to the breath. Bring the palms together again at heart center. Bow your heads. I hope you have a wonderful week. Namaste.